Hi, this is Dave with the Stock and Options Room of the ShadowTrader Live Trading Suite, and today I'm going to be talking about the importance of round numbers. And as I'm recording this, we are getting close to the round number of 6,100 on the S&P 500 index. So to give you an idea what a round number is, it's basically using the S&P numbers here, basically any number, starting in the hundreds basically, or thousands as the case may be in terms of 6,000s. So those numbers tend to be natural support or resistance numbers, and we'll go through and take a look at some of the prior instances as well. So taking a look at the high for 12.6, we can see it got just about as close as you could get to 6,100. And a lot of times without a catalyst, the first test back to a round number will get rejected. And that's what we're seeing with 6,100. So sometimes you need a catalyst to get past it. So I think it'll be helpful to take a look at how price is traded around some previous round numbers with the S&P to get an idea how price can behave around those numbers. So let's take a look at what happened around the round number of 6,000. So you can see the first time it was able to get above it was back here on November 8th. And so it was able to get above it, but it wasn't able to close above it. So looking at this candle, we can see the high was 6,012, but it closed at 59.95. And a lot of times you can look at the move going into where it hits a round number, and there's a lot of momentum coming into that, right? I mean, really huge percentage move over 4 days before it hit 6,000. So 4 strong up days. And then the day after, we can see it closed at 6,135. So just barely over 6,000. And then the following day, we can see that it was, again, able to get above 6,000, but closed below it. So really not a lot of time spent above 6,000 back here after initially closing above it. So closes can be very important, and only having one close above that round number, it's more not a great sign of strength basically. And we can see it did roll over afterwards. So by contrast, we can look at, okay, that's how it behaved around 6,000. What about 5,900? So in 5,900, we can see there was a huge gap, and it took out the prior resistance. So the prior resistance back here below 5,900, this was combined with the catalyst of the election. So because this was able to take it out, a lot of times that's how these round numbers get taken out, around catalysts. So in this case, we can see that unlike around 6,000, where it hesitated at 6,000, this being 5,900 right here, it continued to move past it. So, that's a lot of times what you can get with round numbers as well, is that if you combine it with a catalyst, it can have continued momentum upward like we saw when it took out 5,900. So with us being right at the next round number of 6,100, I think it's important to pay attention to that number and just see how it trades around it. So will we get a catalyst to take it above us like we did at 5,900, where we can see continued price action, or will we see price action similar to how it traded around 6,000, where it consolidates and then, basically profit taking happens? All right. So hopefully this gives you an idea of what round numbers are and their importance, a little bit of history of how S&P is traded around prior round numbers. So, definitely, I always pay attention to them. So, definitely recommend, paying attention where those round numbers are. And if you're wondering where would be the next round number, should we take out 6,100? Well, it would be 6,200 would be, a natural round number if 6,100 gets taken out. All right. So hope this was helpful, and hopefully I'll see you in the room. Hi, this is Dave with the Stock and Options Room of the ShadowTrader Live Trading Suite. If you want to trade 0DTE options live and in real time with me, click the link in the description below. I wish you good trading, and I'll see you in the room.